Welcome back to Limbus Company, Daily Mirror Dungeon. Today we're going to be continuing going over some of the new E.G.O stuff with Merso's Yearning-Mircalla. Now, this one's a lot different from Dawn's just kind of functionality, although it's also very strong. 5+4, 4 coin on the guy who's got regret, so he can definitely do a lot. But it is only one attack weight, so this is only ever like a single target attack, similar to something like Capote. It can potentially do a lot, but it's also just not a mass attack, so that's a pretty big trade-off in its own. But as you can also see here, it's a lot of bleed stuff. Based on highest resonance, it's a little bit more bleed. Can activate bleed on the target a little bit at high resonance. Inflicts Rose Wedge, which is just even more bleed infliction. Give them a bunch of bleed count as well. And yeah, targets bleed even more times based on the resonance. It's a lot, right? That's the main thing. And I think it looks like it's pretty funny. So we're gonna see how that goes. We've got a team built that's, meant to be able to synergize with it and fuel it to some degree. So yeah. What we starting with? I'm gonna go for Gossipium, or I could go for maggots, honestly. Maggots are bad. It would be funny though. I'm just gonna go for the muzzle. It's not worth it. Just let me get the fusion gift, right? Make it so we can get Mircalla to do double damage. Oh, Carmilla. I feel like this has been happening a lot recently. We just conveniently get it at the start of, the run where we're focusing on its ego. It knows, I suppose. Yeah, so this is our team. A little bit weird, but, So, Mircalla requires Lust, Pride, and Envy. So we've got a team that has some decent focus on those stuff. So that should work pretty well for us. But yeah, we'll try and see if we can fuel it a bunch. Technically, we could get away without fueling it using, a little bit of shenanigans, but I'm not going to get into that for at least a little bit longer, right? But yeah, we got the trailer for Priest Gregor today. He looks pretty cool, of course. Looks like he's going to be very mechanically similar to Barbaro. This is what we expected, right? Except instead of Scissor Blades, he's going to have Bloodied Hand that he needs to get up to 30 or so. Right? It's simple enough. That seems to be the gimmick that they've got. They're both third kindreds, and they're both, the kindreds of Dulcinea, so it makes sense they're fairly functionally similar in some ways. Oh, there's a decent chance Gregor's just got some random Rupture or something in his kit, right? And Bloodied Hand is just random Rupture in the actual Canto. We'll see, though. He's definitely due for a good bleed ID, just because he's gotten many bleed IDs over time that have been pretty notorious, namely Chef Gregor. He also got Kurokuma, which also isn't particularly strong, but has some funny ideas going on there. Kurokuma Gregor is one of those IDs, if they did, buff, the number and stuff a bit, and stuff like that, he could definitely be really strong, because, plus coin drop is good. It's only on a skill 3, and the target needs 7+ bleed potency, but plus coin drop's strong. I'll take a random tier 1 gift, sure. Horseshoe. Sure. We've got Cap Notice, so, we could try focusing on the poise side of things. I don't know. Definitely not going to be my focus whatsoever. We're Mircallaing out, right? No particular synergy there. But yeah, it really seems like this E.G.O is going to be really good for, getting bleed going, outside of Mirror Dungeon stuff, because it basically makes it so that if you stack enough of it, and it lasts for 4 turns, I think it's what if you Clash Win with it, was it? Yeah, if you Clash Win, it inflicts 4 Rose Wedge count, which means it's going to last for 4 turns, so you can keep on setting up and that sort of thing. And it effectively can work similar to a wound cleared on demand once you build up the potency to 10, right? One bleed count as well when triggering that effect. So whenever you hit them 5 times per turn, you can get it's capped at 5 times per turn, right? So it's not actually infinite, but anything that's similar to wound cleared, for the sake of bleed, but outside of mirror dungeons, is going to be very strong. Even if it's going to be capped a little bit, even requires a little bit of setup, you can keep on maintaining it, I'm sure. Of course, it's a similar situation to Sanguine Desire, where it lacks a good ID for it. Unfortunately, you either have to go for Rhino or you have to go for Crow's Hammer, which Rhino's definitely the better option, but he's still pretty bad for Rupture in general, or not Rupture, for Bleed in general. Just simply because, like, his Bleed is only count. You can get whistles, nice. How quaint. Nice. Cool. That's good. Get another event here. What are we getting? Oh! Yeah, this was definitely the best floor to go through. I'll take both of these. I think we can probably do this pretty easily. You're 0.2 lust, so I don't really feel the need to ego you. My yours is pierce as well or something? No, yours is blunt, yeah. Definitely no benefit to actually try to, Yeah. That's the wrong person. That's fine. What was I saying? Oh yeah, definitely, definitely not a good fight for too much our funny shenanigans here. We can get some bleed going. We don't have wound clarity yet, so like our bleed isn't gonna be like super free to set up. We're gonna have it upgraded yet, I mean. Like we're gonna inflict some bleed, like, but like not really that much. Cause yeah, bleed count is bad. So yeah, you just run out here, yeah. That's fine. You've got not a lot of HP though in general though, so I'm not too concerned. You're trying to dodge, we won't let you. There's the stagger. Cool, you should just die. Next turn then, we'll just hit you with all our strong stuff and that should be good. Bleed stacked up as well, not that it's gonna get a chance to matter. Just go for as many strong attacks as we can. Ideally not lust attacks though. Because lust attacks are not gonna do much of anything against you. Are they now? Okay. We also can assist attack Rodion. It's at a 60% chance. Riveting stuff, I know. Don't even think we're actually going to get the opportunity to. I think it's going to be dead before then. Yeah, seems like it. Same with painting, does a lot of damage. Cool. Alright, we get a Tangled Bundle thing to that. Which isn't actually, like, good or anything, but, it's Bleed Ego gifts out of the pool, so it's good to do. We can get Wound Cleared ++. We can get Gossipium ++. And then we can get Carmilla ++. I think there's a decent chance that we get, like, a Gossipium Ego sometime this season. Because we haven't gotten an Ego for it yet. And I wouldn't be surprised if they give it just like a random Bleed Ego or something for someone. Don't know who they'd give it to, but I could realistically do it to, like, anyone. Yeah. We'll see. Who knows, maybe they'll do, like, a random, like, off-week, like, Gossipium Ego or something. I could see something like that happening. I mean, it was someone who's got, like, I mean, maybe, like, Gregor or something, right? Because Gregor's gotten Priest, he looks like he's gonna be cool and good for Bleed to some degree, hopefully. So, could definitely, benefit from Gregor getting, like, a strong Bleed Ego alongside it. Because Gregor technically has 2 Bleed Egos, because both his Zains are Bleed Egos, but, like, not, like, in the sense where you'd actually want to use them for Bleed, right? Legerdemain's Bleed from Maggots is, like, comical in how bad it is. And the other option is Suddenly One Day, which is just randomly a chance of 10 Bleed, right? Not a lot. I could see him getting, like, a random, like, Gossipium, like, Teth or something. Would check out. We could actually go for Maggots now. Do I want to? I don't think so. Okay, there's actually nothing good here. We'll just go for the stake then, sure. Probably shouldn't have rolled, that's fine. I was gambling, right, on seeing something funnier. Which we didn't, but that's fine. Nebulizer, yeah. Usually a good choice. Don't particularly want your skill change, no. Doesn't help us in our goal. Bleed refresh. You can get all, you can just get it out of the way, yeah, cool. Said him as well, sure. That's good enough. We're just getting a bunch of things. We'll get 2 ego gifts here. Can I pet the fox? Cool. Who should do it? Merso, you're the star of the show today. You can pet the fox. Yippee! That's a tier 3 that we can fuse away next floor. Just to try and make sure that we can, like, we can fuse like that and, like, some of our other random bleed stuff if need be. Just to make sure we can get smoke and wires, potentially. Because that would be nice. Because we really want Bloody Mist this run. Like, I think I'm not leaning into it, like, hard enough, because, Bloody Mist does give bleed skills +2 to coin power, and that does also affect Mircalla. So it does a lot for us, so we really definitely do want it. Shh. Blood Bean announcer is so funny. I think it's pretty likely we are going to get like a Dulcinea solo banner like a week or 2 after the priest one, right? If Dulcinea was really going to be like a 2-star or something like that, they would have released her alongside Gregor. I think she's probably going to be another 3-star, and they're going to break like the normal pattern of seasonal IDs a little bit. Instead of it being like replacing a 2-star with a 3-star effectively, right? That's what it seems like it's going to be. Who knows? Maybe it'll be more of a twist. Would be funny if they like gave us a 2-star alongside as like a Cassetti ID or something. Don't particularly see it happening, but it'd be cool. I don't know. If Blood Fiends are 3 stars only, that would be unfortunate. I'd like at least 1 2-star for them, but at the same time, 2 stars just innately less interesting than 3 stars, so it makes enough sense to not have too many of them. Right. It checks out. Dun dun dun. Dun dun dun. Bit of attacks.
생명 활동의 정지를 확인했다.
역시 이런 힘든 어트랙션보다 내 파레이드가 더 재밌지 않아?
인간도 기세가 수그러지는 가끔은 일이 직접
Okay. Yeah. I think I blanked out for a second there. Okay, they're all dead. Nice. Can press on. If we're lucky, maybe we can like Mircalla Ida here. If we can't get the target item, I'm probably not going to use it. But if we can, then I'll try it. Maybe. If we're lucky. Not having first turn, that's for sure. We might kill them all before we get the opportunity to then. That's fine. We'll make it into the next floor. We need to choose floors that have bosses that are very bleedable. Ideally, like single-part bosses that have a lot of attacks or something. So it seems like the situation we could benefit the most from. Has a smiting proportions most grand. So true, Don. Yeah, they're all pretty dead already. Yeah, you can't even hit Ida. Yeah, okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's what we get for choosing another floor with a non-focused encounter boss, right? It happens. These guys all bleed to death and stuff, so it's gonna be good. Ida's doing some dodging. A little bit rude, but you do just kind of die. Yes, a little bit of sanguine painting. Gets the job done. What do I want? Was there any tier 2s or 3s here to take instead? No, darn. Would've been nice. That's fine, we'll just take the grist steak. Give me a review gift. Tier 2, cool. More fusion fodder. Oh! I mean, I feel like I gotta take it, right? Like, cutting knives on this floor, so we've got a better chance of getting smoking wires. I haven't seen Lunar Memory in a solid few months. You know? Sounds like a funny way to make Mircalla do even more damage. And the bosses here are also pretty good for us anyways, right? Fuse gifts. We do a tier 1, is that good? Okay, I'll try that first and foremost. Respite, that's exactly what you do not want to see. That's fine. Because we can do something along the lines of... What isn't particularly good for us here, right? Like, I don't particularly care for the bleed shenanigans, or the poison shenanigans in this run, right? It's not what I'm going for. Let's see. Do I get rid of awe here? It's just, yeah, I think so. I'll fuse it away. Deathseeker, okay, Smoking Wires is on this floor, isn't it? That's unfortunate. That's really unfortunate. Either that or we got a 10% chance, so, one or the other. Well, that's fine. It was worth a shot. Means that we're probably going to see, Smoking Wires as one of these E.G.O gifts down below. That's fine. Well, we're gonna get lucky, or Lunar Memory for clearing this floor anyways, so... We can still do some funny Mircalla stuff. It means the final boss is gonna be really dead, but we're not gonna be able to actually get, Bloody Mist until the final boss. The boss will be weak to lust, will be weak to, like, all this funny stuff we've got going on. Your Mircalla is... yeah, it's Pierce, okay. What I thought. Just making sure. I wasn't fully certain. Wonderful. Truly is wonderful. Okay, more of these pirate guys. Simple enough. We'll do a bit of damage. What does Ryoshi's passive even do again? Is it like the one that's like more bleed when she inflicts bleed already? I think it's like one more bleed potency whenever this unit inflicts bleed or something along those lines. It's probably something like that if I had to guess. I don't know. Like that line a lot. Very funny, just Barbara screaming in fear because a child brought a bottle of water or something. So, Rain, I still don't know why they say it. I assume it's like the ineffective damage line. That's my best guess, but I'm not fully sure. Seems kind of random, but I don't think any context could make that line seem normal, right? Yeah. Who will step forth? Mersa, once again, it's your time to shine, right? You can go for it. Do you think Priest Gregor will have some funny, like, like healing ally synergy? I think that's cool. If that is in fact going to be the case. This might have been fourth friend of the Smoke War. That's annoying. That's fine. What is it saying? But yeah, the he becomes like an ally healing kind of unit. Fits for Priest very well, you know. Focusing on healing his allies at low HP. Because what he spends is like Blood Feast on, right? Spend Blood Feast to like heal allies alongside Game Bloody Hand, something like that. Or maybe spend Bloody Hand. Maybe it'll be like his skill 3, when skill 3 consumes all of his Bloodied Hand, he heals allies based on like how much consumed or something. Probably like just mainly like heal like ally or one or two people with the lowest HP for a certain amount. Sounds like the kind of thing that would be pretty good to have for the Kanto 7 itself. You know, there's a lot of unbreakable coins. So, you know, more IDs that have healing on them instead of needing E.G.Os. Can be pretty nice. Like, the only ID that's got, like, decent healing for allies on, like, the actual, like, IDs kit is, Or is Red Eyes Ryoshu, right? Like, no one else really comes to mind. I think it'd be cool to get more stuff like that, because I was definitely feeling like... I was definitely thinking about it while watching, like, a friend go through the Kanto, but, like, there really isn't a lot of healing egos in general. Which is funny given how, like, important they seem to, like, be, right? Like, you've got the Pursuances, and you've got Fluid Sac, and that's mainly it. There's a couple other things, you know, Rodion Hexnail is kind of like a side grade to Pursuance. Kind of better if you can get Envy going, or if you want, like, a bit more widespread healing, but also it's less, like, big target healing, which... well, it's a trade-off, right? That's why I'm saying side grade. Like, neither of them seems innately better than the other, but there's also the fact that, like, Hexnail requires a bunch of Envy, which is also what you need a bunch of for Fluid Sac, so they kind of step on each other's toes if you're trying to use both at the same time. Or, like, Sinclair Lantern isn't particularly bad, but is annoying because it needs to hit 3 targets to get decent healing off. If it only hits 1 target, it's not particularly great. It's just kind of like a worse, like, Merso Pursuance, like, notably worse. But if you can actually hit 3 targets with it, then it's pretty good for healing. And for ego resources that, like, the other healing egos don't, like, super rely upon, right? Lust, Gluttony, and Pride. It definitely was helping me a fair bit in the Kanto. I don't know. There's a chance we get more healing egos in the future, though. Kind of surprised the Carmilla or the Mircallas didn't have very much healing at all. That's how it goes sometimes. Okay. This is the fight where we are going to try shenanigans, assumably. Try and see how much damage we can do to him. I kind of want to break both arms, though. That's the thing, right? But I also want to get a lot of bleed going, so it's a... quite the predicament. Quite the precarious predicament. We'll see when we do this Mircalla one of these parts, though. We'll do it on this. No, I want to do it on this one, yeah, definitely. If we can clash with it, we can't, darn. We'll go doing this one, then. That's fine. We'll do that. We'll hit you a little bit. And then have everyone else try hitting this one a wee bit, maybe? Going for you. Oh, I see. That one's going for you now? That's fine. We'll try something like this. We'll see how much this is going to do for us. I'm not fully sure. But, you know, we gotta inflict some bleed, that sort of thing. Make sure you're nice and bloodied up. Yeah, lose some clashes. I had a feeling it might happen. You've got a fair bit of bleed, though, so I think we're gaining some coin power and stuff on Mircalla. All heads is kind of crazy, but I'll gladly take it. Oh, that's cool. I haven't actually used this Mircalla yet. I didn't realize it had a physical effect for the... Oh, wait a second. Is it... Oh! For real? It's an actual... Like... No. That's cool. Yeah, it's a very cool looking effect, that's for sure. Wasn't expecting it. Means we're stacking a lot of bleed on this guy. What? Oh, I didn't break the other arm. Okay, that's annoying. I really don't have a lot of anything for any of these. I don't have a single one of the things that hits a weakness right now. Let's say ego. Okay. That's annoying. Do I ego, or do I just not care? I'm kind of tempted to just not care. Just hit them all a bunch. That'll probably be good. God, it's lagging so much for some reason. I've been having issues with performance recently, which is strange because I really never do, but certain fights are just causing issues now, which is very odd. I'm not too bothered if this guy gets any of his buffs or anything, because he's probably just going to bleed out. Yeah, he gets that one, that's fine. I didn't comment on the assist attack, but a funny assist attack, yeah. Going for your funny attacks now, that's fine. Continue, but yeah, like you can probably see how much it's like lagging when I'm selecting skills here. Like it's very odd, like certain fights it's just being weird with. Get some sandy from that, that's nice. This guy's back. Interesting, he's got his reverse, we can't see it now though, that's interesting. Why is it not visibly, like, seeable now? Feels odd. Got a lot of bleed though, yeah. We do a bit of these. If we lose clashes, we're actually going to be in such a good spot, funnily enough. So we'll gamble. Because, oh no, we're losing clash. You're going to use so many coins against me. Oh no, darn, what a shame. Sure hope this guy isn't going to bleed to death. That's nice, yeah. Oh. Skillblade is about as adept as Nicolina's. How quaint. That's the barber's real name. So I'll take it, sure. I'll take the compliment. I guess it's a compliment. I don't know. Oh, we could do Kim. We'll do that. I think that's funny. He's gonna be fatal to everything, right? So we don't need to worry about resistances. No matter what we get here, we'll be able to do good stuff. External skill change. Should probably just go all in for bleed, shouldn't I? Hopefully get smoking wires. I'll grab awe. Get that out of the pool of possibilities. Okay, that's fine. We could take contract, because contract does a lot to Kim, but I don't particularly feel the need. Because, yeah, it would do a lot, but I'm not particularly in the market to do a lot, right? With, you know, non-bleed effects. Because we're trying to do some bleed stuff here. We don't need that lame, just flat damage. We just want bleed. Yeah, everyone's weak to everything. They all take like triple damage from all sources now, thanks to being weak to both physical and sin of everything. Yeah, very much an overkill run to get lucky. Not. I keep on mixing it with lucky part. I keep on trying to say lunar memory or lucky memory, but no, it's lunar memory. Yeah, it's a fun ego gift though, that's for sure. Means you can kill guys really easily. Which is cool. Ideally, like, hopefully I can actually, I'd like to be able to set up regret before I actually, use Mircalla this fight. Maybe I'll spam defense, because maybe I just set up bleed. Maybe I just attack, right? We might do too much damage to Kim. I think there's a very real possibility of that. It'd be unfortunate, so. Okay, sure. We'll take the ledger. More resources, more ego spam, maybe. Right? No, right, it's not, like, because Mircalla's not really an ego you want to spam because it's only single target, right? You don't want to really use it in ground fights too much because, well, it's not going to kill them all or something. Like that. See, do we get another random thing, or? Okay, Tesla. Okay, cool. Stuff that does nothing for us. We can, like, fuse them away or something, though. That's good. The red tassel is a tier 3. Like, it does not feel like it because, like, you only ever get it on this floor and it does nothing for you on this floor. It physically can't do anything for us anyways because we've got lunar memory, right? Like, lunar memory just invalidates it entirely. Does genuinely nothing for us. It's pretty funny. Do we get these just attack off? No, that was a normal skill one. Darn. Yeah, it's just these guys left. We can get whistles going. Not like the biggest deal, but we can get it going. That's something. And kill. Cool. Merso loves blood. Wonder if Merso is gonna get some random bleed ID. Because it's very funny how he's got like a big vampire ego, but it seems like he's not getting a vampire identity. But who knows? That can change, right? Maybe they're gonna, like, pull, like, a full, like, 180 on us, and they're actually gonna give Merso the Dulcinea ID after all. They're gonna just be like, no, we changed our mind, and they're gonna, like, change, like, the Baruruptai story to match that. You never know. The odds of that, nigh zero, but, you never know, right? Project Moon, they could be cooking, right? You never know. Yeah, I do find it funny, though, the state Bleed is in. Like, so many Bleed IDs, and yet it's so... feels so hard to make a Bleed team, right? Outside of Mirror Dungeon, where you can just get Wounded Player. I don't know. It's just because of Bleed's got, like, so many different subdivisions with stuff like N-Corp and, you know, Bleed Boys and all that sort of stuff. We've gotten so much Bleed, but very little of our Bleed, the good Bleed IDs are just like, yes, we just like Bleed. They've got other, like, synergies, and I guess they do that, they're doing that more with Blood Feast, like, right? Blood Fiends being their own, like, subdivision of Bleed ID. Okay, a little bit of damage on a Faust, that's fine. It happens. She'll be fine, because we're gonna kill all the enemies here pretty easily. Bleed. Bonk. It's always funny when someone dies of the Clash win against Captain Ishmael. It's funny when people die in general, because they just kind of explode. Okay. We need smoke and wires here, ideally. So give me smoke and wires here, please. There's smoke and wires, cool. We can sell less for that, sure. That'll work. Don't really think I need to upgrade anything or any shenanigans like that. So we press on. We get our fusion gift finally. And we can see how much we can kill this guy. So yeah, this gives us a +2 to coin power. Pretty nice, pretty nice. It'll do a little bit for us. Just a little bit, right? Just a wee bit. But yeah, so I think the plan here is going to be... we're going to regret. We'll do a little bit of Sanguine Desire so we can get Bleed running. It's going to be doing a bunch of damage in general, it seems, yeah. That's how it goes. Sure, try that. See how well our damage is going to be looking. Since he's fatal everything, like, I feel like we might kill him too easy. I don't think we're killing him turn 1. We don't have that many super strong stuff, but, like, God, we're doing 500 damage with Harpoon Obsession. I need to remember we do have Smoke and Wires, so, like, yeah, of course that skill's gonna do a lot. All of our skills in general are. We've got Bloody Mist and Smoke and Wires. Hopefully we do not kill too hard here, though. Because we have to do our setup, right? 106, yeah. Your Sandy's gonna be a little dicey, but like we could go for Lust Res, trigger whistles, get some Sandy back like that. We're Clash with it, so you should be at maximum possible Sandy for the sake of your ego. Okay. Well. Should have held back a little bit more. Oh well, would you look at that? Lunar Memory Run. We used his Mircalla a single time. I forgot to corrode it. I've seen the corrosion already, but it looks cool. Yeah, this is why, Lunar Memory is, not really a gift I particularly like. It's very funny to use, but also, like, enemies do just kind of die. A little bit too fast, honestly, right? I know it's the point, right? They're supposed to die fast, but, still feels unfortunate. We can do our daily pulls. See what we get. Oh, 2-star on the general banner. What is this going to be? Leo Gregor. Cool. More Gregor shards is actually pretty nice to get. Make sure we'll have plenty to be able to shard Shard Priest. Since his Priest is coming without a 2-star, there's no reason for me to bother with any pulls, so I can just pop 100 Gregor boxes and then I'll be set, right? So that'll be good. But yeah, Mircalla, you got to see it once this run. It's pretty cool. I don't think it's a Mirror Dungeon E.G.O as much as it's going to be a stupidly good, like, probably like Railway and stuff, right? Rose Wedges getting, being a thing for Bleed is going to be really strong. Especially because of how long it lasts, right? But at the same time, I can't imagine you running Mirso for the sake of Rose Wedges unless he gets a better Bleed ID. Maybe you will anyways, though. You can definitely get some stuff going on here. Yeah. Also, the fact that he can activate Bleed more times is also very funny. But who knows? But yeah, it's a cool E.G.O. We'll see how good it ends up being overall. But anyways, that'll be all for this time. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!